So good evening and welcome to the Friday night relaxation. You will need a duvet, and you're going to get your duvet. You're going to fold it long ways, and then you're going to fold it again so it's like a sausage. And you're going to bring it and take sort of in a semicircle, in like a circle, so that you can sit yourself inside it. You also will need a pillow or two, depending on how much bolster you want. 2 towels, an eye pillow or a flannel so that you can put it over your eyes so that it's nice and relaxing, and a block or anything that can be used as a block. You may also want, depending on the week, a piece of band. So you're going to sit yourself in the middle of your block and cross your legs. Now it should sort of act to tilt your pelvis up so that you're leaning up, not sitting up nice and straight, and you can pad underneath your legs. Now today on the breathing exercises we did a chin mudra, a chin hand gesture, and it helps us to symbolise and work on our lower part of our lungs, our abdominal. So as we breathe out, we pull them in. As we breathe in, we let them out. So I'm going to get you to do that today. You're going to bring your 2 fingers together, so your thumb and your index finger to touch. And then you're going to straighten the other fingers and place them down on the knees. You're pushing down and kind of opening, and you'll feel that the more you push it, the more as if your chest is pushing forward, and it keeps that back nice and straight. We're bringing the neck in. We're going to breathe and just try and breathe into that lower part of the stomach. So we're going to breathe out. And then we're breathing up through the nose, but just working the stomach. You're going to breathe in and count 1. You're going to breathe out, count 2. And you're going to keep going until you get to 10, and then you're going to start again. But every time a thought comes into your head, I just want you to label it thought and go back to counting. Then we're just going to do that and try and just let our body relax down. Make sure that we're not gripping our jaw, that our jaw's nice and relaxed, and we can just let our tongue sit at the lower part of our teeth and let our jaw relax open, but we're still breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And our shoulders relax. And letting our hips and our knees relax. Letting our ankles relax. Just counting the breath. 1 in, 2 out, 3 in, 4 out. Anytime a thought comes into the head, just think it's a thought. Try and let it go. No judgment. No, oh no, there's another one. Doesn't matter. They're all going to come in, so you're just going to label it a thought and go back to you counting your breath. Just letting it come into that lower part of the lungs or abdominal breathing. But we still want to feel it push out through the sides as we're breathing in. Still want to feel it push into the lower part of the back as we're breathing in. And as if we're being squeezed around the waist as we breathe out. Now staying where we are, we're going to let our chin drop down towards our chest and let it hold it here. We're feeling the stretch through the neck, down through the shoulders, down through the lower back. And then we're going to bring the head back up. So we're going to take the chin up towards the ceiling. Try and bring the back of the head in to touch the neck. Stretch through the jaw. Push the chin up. But we're still just breathing into that lower part. We're still using that abdominal breath. We're just seeing how different it is when we move our chin, move our head to the different positions. And then we're bringing the chin back down. So we're keeping that chin tucked in, but we're going to take our ear towards our shoulder. Again, making sure that the body's nice and straight. We're pushing the shoulders away from the ears, making sure that they're not coming up towards them. We're pushing them down. Still that lower abdominal breathing, but thinking about where else can we feel it. And then bringing it back to centre. So we're tucking that chin in and we're taking it over to the other side, and again pushing down with the elbows, keeping it pulling back. Keep that chin tucked in. And then we're bringing the head back to centre. So we're going to tuck the chin and turn and look over the shoulder. Feeling the stretch diagonally, pulling from the head, jaw. Where about in the shoulders is it hitting? Where about in the neck? If you move your jaw, can you feel it slightly more if you pull it over to the side? And then bring it back to centre. So we're taking it over to the other side. Still doing that lower belly breath. Thinking about where we're feeling the twist. If we want, we can move that jaw. And push it just over so that we feel the stretch a little bit more. And then bring it back to centre. So from here, we're just going to change our leg position. We're going to take it into a forward bend. So we're bringing our hands forward, turn the palms in towards each other, tuck the chin in. As you breathe out, let the body roll forward. Keep the chin tucked in. Doesn't matter how far you go. That's not the thing. You just want to let the body relax. You want to feel that breath coming in from the lower part of the spine, coming all the way up. As it's reaching the top of the neck, it feels as if it's pushing down. As you're breathing out, it feels as if the air is pushing through the back of the body, pushing right down into the base of the spine, pushing the bum towards the floor. Breathing in, it's coming up. It's lifting the shoulder blades, it's lifting the ribs up and out of the waist, letting you drop forward that little bit more. Then we're going to use the hands and we're going to curl back in, keeping that chin tucked in. Let the body come up. Take the hands to the back, pull the shoulders back, push the chest forward, lift the chin up. Keep the shoulders pulling down, make sure they're not lifting up towards the head. If you want, you can walk the hands back a little bit further to push the chest forward. Breathing in from the bottom, lifting all the way up. So now we're not belly breathing, we're breathing all the way into the lungs. As you're breathing in, it feels as you get to the top, it's stretching through the chest. As you're breathing out, it feels as if it's pushing down, pushing the body backwards. Breathing in, stretching the chest forward. And breathing out, relax. And bring it back up. So we're going to change legs. We're going to take it over to the side. So placing the one hand on the floor. If the elbow wants to go down, it can. You can always get your pillow and put it underneath so that you feel a bit more relaxed if you want to. I'm just going to jump over that one I can see. So if you wanted to bring your elbow down and place it on a pillow, you can as well. So we're going to lift, breathing in, lift the arm up. And as we breathe out, we're reaching over. Letting ourselves relax. We're bringing the breath in from the lower part of the ribs. It feels as we're breathing in, we're being lifted. The rib cage is being picked up. It's being stretched. Imagine one of them, like an air thing, like that opening every time you're breathing in. It's just pushing and opening the areas between the rib cage. Feeling that stretch from the waist. Letting the body relax. And then we're going to lift back up. We're going to take it over the other side. So breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, taking it over. Breathing into that top rib. Curling the body. So it feels as if you're curling down towards the floor. You can look past your arm at the front, up to the ceiling so that the arm's not rolling forward, it's staying going down. As you're breathing in, it's just pushing and lifting. And then bringing it back up. So we're going to change our legs again. The whole time we're doing this, we're making sure we're starting to work them knees, work them hips. We're bringing one hand, placing it on the knee. The other hand can go to the back on the floor, or if you can grab your thigh, you grab your thigh, but don't worry about it. So we're lifting ourselves up, we're breathing in, and we're breathing out. Now, if you're turning towards the right, you're breathing into your right lung at the front and into your back lung at the back. Left lung at the back. Every time we're breathing in, it's as if we're being stretched towards the ceiling. Every time we breathe out, we can use that arm on the leg to give a little bit more of a twist. You can pull that forward shoulder all the way round a bit more. and then bringing it back to the front. So let's try the other side, taking the hand round, bringing it round here. If you want to go to the back of the leg, you can. Breathe in, reach up, breathe out, twist round. Stretch up, breathe diagonally through the body, into the front of the left lung, into the back of the right lung, if you're turning towards the left. Every time you feel you want to pull a bit more, try twisting that a little bit more. And then bringing yourself back to centre. Lovely. So, that leg at the front, we're going to bring it round and bring ourselves onto our hands and knees. Now, if you need to, remember you can put that underneath and kneel on there so that you're not, it keeps the knees nice and relaxed. We're going to go into a cow, a cat. We're going to tuck our toes. We're going to push back to down dog. We're coming back down. We're pushing back to cow and then cat. Okay? So we're working with our breathing. So we're starting off on knees. Keep your toes tucked under. So we're going to breathe in and drop down, pull the shoulders back into a cow. Lift that chin, so really push it forward. Then as you're breathing out, tuck the tailbone under, push up through the shoulders, tuck the chin in. But carry on all the way up, and then you can breathe out here. You're coming down and you're breathing in. Then we're tucking under and lifting and breathing out. Let's do 2 more. Bringing it down and bringing it round. Last one. And bring it down. Sit back. Okay, lovely. So we're going to go head beyond knee. We're going to bring ourselves onto our bum. Now we want to make sure that our hips are tucked backwards. We don't want our hips under, so we don't want to be sitting like this so that that area of the back is bent. We want to make sure that we're up and we've got a slight curve in the back. If you feel that you're sliding down, get your pillow and stick it under your bum so that it kind of tilts you forward a little bit more. You're then going to get your quilt, which is now double the same thing, but it's doubled in half. And you're going to place it over your 2 legs. Now you may want a block. You may be okay the way you are. You may want to fold that up a bit more so that it makes it easier to lean on. But your toes, you're going to be pulling back with your toes. From here, you're going to breathe in, lift up, and then you're going to lie forward, bringing your chest over so that the back is nice and straight. Now you don't want the shoulders up, you want to roll them back and let the arms drop down. If you can't want, you could always place a block or there and let your head drop forward and rest wherever it feels it wants to. Keep them toes pulling back, but let your body relax. Close your eyes. Now you're going to breathe into your back. So your lower back is what you're breathing into. You want to imagine the breath coming from the lower part of the body. It's raising up through the back. As you're breathing in, you feel first the lower part of the spine starting to lift and open. You feel the back rib cage, little intervertebrates in between the ribs. Think about the spine as you're breathing in, pushing backwards. It's coming up underneath the shoulder blades. And as you're breathing in, the shoulder blades are being pulled apart. It's coming up into the shoulders and the neck, and it feels as if it's pulling. As you're breathing out now, the shoulders being pulled down. The back's pushing down. It's pushing down into the lower back. It feels as if somebody's giving you just that little bit of a push on your spine, just pushing you forward. You may find that you may want to release and move the duvet or the padding. Just letting your breathing take over, so breathing in through the nose, filling up that lower back. Feel it stretching, feel it pulling on every breath. On a breath out, feel as if it's pushing down, letting you relax down into your legs. But make sure them feet are pulling backwards. Don't let them drop out. Keep the toes pulling back towards your head. With this, we're starting to work the backs of the thighs. You'll feel it in the lower back. If you've been stretched right from the heel all the way up, right at the top of your neck. You'll feel it into the hips. Feel that bottom muscle stretching. Backs of the knees. The ankles. Shoulders will feel as if they're melting down to the side of the body. You'll feel you want to let your legs go, your toes, but keep them active. The only thing I'm asking, the rest of the body can just relax. Just listening to your breathing. So we're going to start thinking about coming out of it. So we're going to let our feet relax and give them a shake. And think about trying to move our bum a little, staying down, moving our shoulders, Maybe just tucking our chin in a little. And then slowly start to bring ourselves up and out. Lovely. Now when we're doing these, what we're waiting for is tiny little muscles, the little ligaments, the little muscle fibres starting to give. If we sit in it, the longer we stay in it, they'll start to unpeel. So they're like a bit like the pith off an orange. So when you're pulling it out, it's that stuff that kind of holds it in. And we're trying to just work a little bit free so that it comes out. It's not always just about stretching the muscles as well as the ligaments, but it's also the muscle, I can never remember the name of it, but it's the connecting fibres that connect our muscles to our skin, and then surrounding muscles as well connect with these little muscle fibres, and it's releasing those. So, where am I taking you into next? Blissful banana. So this is a new one, or a new one for you. What you're going to do is bring your quilt. You may want to fold it again to make it a little bit more bolstier. You're bringing it, and again, it depends on how high you are, how much you need to bring it up. You can either have it long ways and put it underneath. You're going to bring your legs together. This stops you from falling over. And then your pillow needs to be as high as your head. I've lost my block. Where's my block? Oh, there's my block. You'll need your block as well. I'll move down a bit so that I can sort of show on Instagram as well. So your knees are bent up. So if I was to put this under my head, it would be a little bit low. So I might need to fold it a little bit more, put it in half, so that it sits better underneath my head. Then I'm going to get my block and I'm putting it above my head, and I'm going to rest my hand on top. So the bottom hand comes out, the two legs are in, you're resting your hand on your leg, on your block. I'm going to move down a bit for Insta, and then I'll move back up again, so just so that you know where my hands. Your hands on the block like this, but above your head. Okay? I'm moving up a touch so that you can see sort of in between. So what you should feel is a kind of a bending, a side bend. Now again, like I said, this bottom one, it just depends on how high you want it. You might want to make it a little bit higher so that it really stretches a bit more across here. You may want to stay where you are. It doesn't have to be any higher. Your bottom hand, the palm is up. The top hand at the moment, the palm is down and sitting on your block. The hand is around your ear. Close your eyes, and whichever rib is on top, this is the area you're breathing into. So you're breathing into, I'm lying on my left, so I'm going to be breathing into my right, which is at the top. You're closing your eyes and you're imagining the breath coming right in at the lower part, right by the hip bone, and it's filling up. It stretches the top lung, it's stretching it upwards, it's stretching it forwards and backwards. Feeling the armpit, feel as if it's being lifted and stretched as we're breathing in. And as you're breathing out, feels as if the arm's getting heavier on the head. Everything's pushing down. We're dropping down. Feeling it stretch along the ribs, on the top, opening up. Then we push down. Everything seems to drop down into the floor. We're not breathing into that bottom lung. We're trying to not breathe into there. Shouldn't feel any push into it as we're breathing in. It should all be on that top lung. beautiful stretch through the side of the body. Moving down the breath. You try to fill that lung nice and slowly. And think about filling the whole lung with air. And then as you're breathing out, let everything relax. So we're going to kind of stay, we're not going to move out of this position. We're still going to keep our knees and our bottom arm on the floor. But the top arm that's on the block, we're going to take that out and we're taking it around the body. And we're going to lift it up and place it down. Move up a little bit so I can get my arm in. That it's turning us round so that we're in like a cross now. So our head is looking up towards the ceiling, but our feet are on the floor and our hand is in line. And the palms again flat down on the block. We're trying to keep our legs where they are. The palm up. You can always turn on the other palm face up if you want to. But we're stretched out, heads looking up towards the ceiling, letting everything relax down. Still breathing mainly into that top lung. And the shoulders relax. On the side that we're twisting as we're breathing out, you'll feel the elbow wants to drop. It does let it. You feel you want to move that block out of the way so the hand goes down on the floor. You can. Maybe this body stretching as you're breathing in, the hands being pulled. There's a stretch along the shoulder blades, through the armpit. Stretch through the front of the chest under the top lung. Into the back, into the waist. As you're breathing out, everything wants to just relax down. And as you're breathing in, as you're breathing in, stretching the heart apart. And again, we're going to start thinking about coming out of this position, so we're not going to jump out of it too quick. We're going to start to move the fingers, move the body, move the shoulders. Think about bringing the two arms down to the side of the body and then rolling back over onto your side. Bring your arms in. So we're going to change sides, so we're going to roll over. Then we're bringing ourselves onto our back, and then we're rolling over onto the other side. Taking the arm out, I'm going to turn sideways. So it's underneath our waist again. Our head's on the pillow. We're bending our knees. We're getting our block. We're placing it above our head. Stretching our arm out, letting our head relax. Closing our eyes. Breathing into the bottom of the lungs at the top. And I'm breathing in, feeling it stretch and lift. As we're doing that, it feels as if our arms reaching up over the top. As we're breathing out, it's as if our arms are getting heavy and pushing our head down. Pushing down through the side of the body. Breathing in, stretching, and it lifts. Letting the body relax down. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the nose. Again, we're going to start nice and easy. Going to bring the arm over. Bring it in line with the body. Place the hand down. Move over. Take it across. So we're looking up. We're keeping our eyes closed, keeping the knees bent. Letting the body relax down. Still breathing into that top lung, feeling the twist. As the palm up or down on the block, it's up to you, whatever feels nicer. Change different sides, see what it feels like on one side, the other side. Think, oh, is that nicer? Feeling that twist through the body, letting the shoulders relax. As you're breathing out, it'll feel as if everything's relaxing down. Just thinking about where that breath comes in. Any part of the body feels tense. The shoulders do, just try and let them relax. If you need to move that block out the way because your hand wants to go down, move it. Think about how the back is feeling, the hips, the knees. Again, breathing into, imagine the heart, stretching the heart, muscles across the heart as you're breathing in. And everything relax as you're breathing out. And again, we're going to start thinking about bringing ourselves out. We're starting to move the body just gently, nothing too much, nothing too harsh. Just a little bit at a time. Bring the arms down by the side of the body. And then roll over back to your side. And then just slowly start to bring yourself back up to seated. Lovely. So we're going to take it into resting pigeon. So again, we're using our folded up blanket and we're placing it on the floor. We're using our pillow. I'll turn it sideways, which might make it a bit easier to see. So our pillow's going down a long one across there. We've got our other pillow here. Again, we might need two. Or if you've got a bolster pillow, you could probably use that. And just move that. Or you could put your blocks underneath it to help to raise it up. A couple of cushions, anything. It just depends on how far you can get down. So normal pigeon will then eventually go in through down dog. But you're going to bring, so coming from down dog, you're going to bring your leg in, and so that it comes in between the two, and then you're placing your other leg on top. You're then bringing the bolster underneath your body and letting yourself lie down on top. Okay? So we're coming into down dog. The bolsters are underneath. You're bringing your leg up and bringing it in so that it's coming between the two cushions, but the other one's going on top. And again, you may want to lift, you want to make that higher, you can. But your back leg rests on it. The other leg goes in between. You're bringing the pillow in. You're letting your body lie down. Your head can turn to either side towards the leg. You can turn in the opposite direction. You can experiment with different sides. It's up to you. But this time we're breathing into the back. If you wanted, this is a great time to do hummingbird. So we're going to hum.
So we're going to start thinking about bringing ourselves up so we can change sides. So again, just moving the body gently, nothing too sweet, nothing too much. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders and we're going to tuck our toe at the back. We're going to tuck our chin in and lift ourselves up, pull our shoulders back and stretch up. Now from here we're going to tuck our toes and lift ourselves back up to down dog. Push back to down dog. If you need to fix your thing underneath, fix it back. We're going to lift the other leg up. We're bringing it in, curling it in between the two, bringing our leg back, placing it on the bolster. You might need to move it over a little bit or adjust it. Again, get that underneath. Bring yourself down, turn your head whichever direction you want to turn it in. Let your arms relax, let your body relax. And if you want, you can hum. And with this, we're starting to work on the sciatic muscle. Myself in properly. It tends to let the body relax down. Feeling the shoulders drop forward. The shoulder blades open. As you're breathing out, the shoulders fall down. Feels as if you're melting into the floor. As you're breathing in, everything comes up, it opens out at the back. All the way up to the neck, feels as if it's being pushed. Letting everything drop down, the hips on the breath out, feel as if someone's just given a little push into that lower back as the breath comes right down towards the base of the spine. And again, we're humming as we breathe out. We can change the tempo of the hum. So again, we're going to start to move gently. So letting the body know that we're going to start to come out. We're going to bring ourselves back. So we're bringing our hands down underneath our shoulders.
We're tucking our chin in and we're pushing as we lift our chest up and look up. We're going to tuck our toes and we're going to step back into down dog. Just hold it here and let yourself breathe. We're going to bring our knees down. Bring one of our blankets underneath between our legs and just bring ourselves into child. Let ourselves settle down. And from here we're just going to bring ourselves back up onto our knees. So we're going to take it into our body ripple. So for this, you're going to need your towels and maybe your pillow. So with the towel, you're going to need, and maybe your eye pillow as well, or your flannel. You're going to need one rolled up, so it's folded in half. You can fold it in half again, roll it up, and then it's going to sit underneath your ankles. What's that? Oh, I don't know what that is. 1 second. No, I don't know what it is. Don't worry about it. So, you're going to place one underneath the ankles so they sort of sit like that. The next one, again, rolled up the same way, but you might need it a bit longer, so you might need to bring it in this direction and roll it that way. So it's going to sit across your back, sort of underneath your arms in this position. So when you lie down, it'll be kind of there. So it's pushing your chest up a little bit. And then you're going to have your pillow. Your pillow is going to come underneath your knee. So you might want to turn your pillow sort of in half, depending again on how high your knees are. So when you've got your legs down, your thing underneath, then you're putting another one underneath your knees. If you want, because we're coming near the end, you can have your quilt so that you can have it close by, so you can put it over in a minute. Or if you get chilly, stick it over you now. And then you've got the other one. It's coming underneath your shoulders. You're lying down, so the chest is lifting up. Turn the palms over, so the palms are flat up. And let the head relax, let the shoulders relax. And let the feet relax. So you don't want the toes pulling up. You want them to relax. You want the knees to relax, to fall out. But you're letting your body. So this is kind of getting all them, a little ripple through the body where everything comes up. Now you may feel it sort of pinching that lower back, especially in your bum, especially if you suffer sciatica. Just try and let the body relax down. Tuck the chin. If the chin's sticking so far up in the air, I'm going to just come down a little. So if the chin is right up in the air, then make sure that you pull the head in. You can always get another pillow or anything to stick underneath to lift the head so that the chin's down. But you're letting your body relax down. Now we're breathing in to the lower stomach and we're coming all the way up the chest. So you're breathing in and you feel it stretching and as if it's pulling the rib cage apart as you're breathing in. As you're breathing out, everything is being pushed down. Feel as if it's squeezing. Dropping down. As you're breathing in as well, you feel the side ribs being pulled and stretched to the side. Breathing out, everything feels as if it's pushing down. The legs and the feet relax. The hips want to just roll out to the side, or the knees want to roll. Let them roll out. Feel as if it's a ripple in the body as you're breathing in. It ripples from the bottom, it ripples all the way up through the chest. And then the ripple goes down from the top all the way down to the bottom. It ripples into the sides from the bottom all the way and stretches the arms. And it ripples down, it's pulling the arms back in, it's pulling the side ribs in, it's pushing down into the waist.